Hello again from Master Manio. Still out here enjoying the weather. In my last video I caught the tree, so I thought maybe I'd get out from underneath it today. I want to talk about spinning today. All right. First, the reason why we spin, it's really to create distance. All right. One of the advantages to a weapon is that you can keep the bad guy out from arm's reach. All right. If the camera is the bad guy right now, the camera can't hit me. I've got really long arms, and if they do, I'm going to run because that's scary. But from here, if I have just this simple bow staff, somebody's worrying me a little bit, I start spinning this stick, they don't really want to get in there. Right? Now, if they walk into this spin, even if I'm going at Mach speed, like Miss Nikki Holden, those of you who know who that is, you know what I'm talking about. You don't, you need to see her get that speed going. All right, when she gets that speed going, if you walk in there, it's going to hurt. But it's not really designed to be a strike. So where the control is during that spin, it's absent. That's why we have spins to keep distance and spins that turn into strikes or specific strikes for actually creating the damage. Today, we're just going to talk about the spin. Let's start with the simple figure eight. The simple figure eight is, I'm going to put my thumb out here. Now, normally I don't want you to do that. All right, but when we're first learning how to do a figure eight, that actually makes sense. And the reason is because I want that thumb to point at the ground on either side of my body. So just like this. Thumb points down, thumb points down, thumb points down, thumb points down. All right, some of you are well beyond that. Keep watching because we'll get there. We're going to have some new spins for you. But this is where we want to start. As you get comfortable with that, make sure it's with both hands, by the way. As you get comfortable with spins and spins, what I want to see you do is pin your elbow to your side. You're going to have to loosen your grip to get your spin going and move your body just a little bit to allow that bow staff to have a clear path. Trust me, if you don't pay attention, the bow staff will hit your body and you will remember and learn your lesson. As you get better with this spin, you just start picking up the speed. And again, you can now take your fist and close it. Instead of here, you end up having most of your control right here, maybe here. This is just a little bit of giving it some push. So as I'm spinning this bow staff, you're going to see that at times my hand actually opens. All right, it doesn't have to, but at times you're going to want it to. And at this particular time, what you want is to demonstrate control. Going really super fast right now isn't what you're looking for. Fast comes with time and with comfort with the weapon. So as you're spinning, I want you now to take your hand, put it right in the center of the bow staff, exact middle of the bow staff, and get a spin going. Switch hands. Exact middle. There's a reason for that. Good, now stop. I want you to take your hand and move it in the direction of your thumb out to the about 1 hand's distance away from where the center was. From there, I want you to start spinning again. You're going to notice the off balance that it has creates for a little bit more what I'm going to call centrifugal force, which basically means spinning, and that's where you want to get some speed going. Now stop, bring your hand all the way back to the other side, and do the same thing on the opposite side. It's a little harder, but again, a way to create some more speed. All right, switch hands, and come back to the center with this hand, go towards your thumb out here, and get the bow staff moving. This is going to be some serious speed later on, and it's all because the balance is on one side. That's where your strength and momentum is. All right, now stop it, come back to center, and go the other way, about one of your own hand's distance, and spin it here. All these things have purposes. This particular spot, I like to spin it and then get my hand roll to make it look fancier. It's really not necessary at this time. I just want the spin. So let's stop. Go back to the center of your bow staff, maybe a little off center. I always tend to be a little off center. All right, so I'm going to get my bow staff spinning, but I want my second hand to follow it. When we switch hands, I call this the ghost. We're just going to follow along, and then we switch. The shadow, it's not the ghost, it's the shadow. We're shadowing our first hand. However, now let's put that hand to use. Instead of it following, I want your hand to be right here. So one's upside down, one's upside right. Back out where we were gripping before, not the center. Now keep them both connected. Do not let go. Do not let go. My hands will, I'll come closer so you can see. My hands will tend to open. And I am intentionally missing my camera, but your bow staff may come down the middle more. All right. So from here, get it going with both hands. The best thing to do when you're doing this is if you think about that ghost follow that you were doing, where you were switching your hands, but now you're not switching your hands, consider it still a ghost. Focus on that first hand. Let the other hand just go for a ride. As you get comfortable with what you're doing, then you can engage the second hand and speed it up, because your second hand now understands what it's doing. And you can see how that can get much faster with a whole lot of control. All right? So that's your two-handed spin. All right? From there, being able to take the bow staff and switch from different spins to different spins means being able to think ahead and plan ahead. So I'm going to go back to the center of my bow staff. I am going to do a hand roll out to the side. Keep it going. I'm going to then bring the second hand in. Now to get that second spin going. Not as pretty on this one. There we go. And I'll go back to the one I was just at, a hand roll back to the center and back to here. I want you to try to be able to do that. Now it's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of practice, because you're going to have to first be able to actually do the different spins. Advanced students, here's yours. Same position here. All right, one upside down, one upside right. I'm going to get that same spin going, but this time I'm going to let go with that second hand. All right, so spin, let go, bump it off my body, catch it. Spin, let go, bump it off my body, catch it. A lot harder. I'm going to go real slow. Spin, let go, my thumb side hits my body, I bump it over my head, I catch it, and I'm back to where I started. So it looks like this. When it's going full speed. So you get that full spin going with left hand. Left hand is the control hand. That thumb bounces off the body and keeps going. So your job is to get your bow staff spinning with two hands. Then let go with this shadow hand. Let go with the shadow hand. Let go with the shadow hand. All right, advanced students. That one's for you. You get it? Video it. I want to see it. I'll be excited. If you can do it with both hands, I'll be really impressed. Have a great sunny day.